That's so funny. Good morning, everyone. In the background, right? So when we do that intro, it closes our videos off, but we could still see each other in the quote green room. And I'm doing all this like really goofy dancing and weird stuff with my arms. And Guru, I knew Guru wasn't looking at me uh, because it was like I was getting goofier and goofier. So you were looking down the whole time, right?
Trying to learn how to share. I can't believe I can't share this from Viva. But thank you, Bridget, for sharing. Grand Rising.
Good morning, Bridget. Yes, great rising.
I was trying to go on her page to see if I can share it from her page, but now I gotta wait for you.
I know. I don't know why it's done that way, and they keep changing things. It took me forever to figure out how to share stuff as well. So you should have access. We have to double check that. I don't know why that is. And the way we share now is weird. It's very odd. If you hit the wrong button, you can't share it. You could go onto the page, but you can't share it. It's weird. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. It is Tuesday, December 13th. I had to look because I can't keep track of the days anymore. It is, I am the Badass Buddha, Lori Monaco, coming from a nice and chilly but lovely late fall, almost winter, southern Connecticut, where we did get snow the other day, which was so bizarre because I think it was, what's today? Tuesday. It was Sunday evening that we got snow, Sunday afternoon. And it was just enough to cause a delay the next morning, because it was a little slick. But it was pretty. It was easy to work with. And I hope it melts within the next week because I like the snow and it's pretty, but I think I'm tired.
Also, you got a little more than just sprinkles. It's still snow on the ground.
Yeah, originally they said it was supposed to snow. Then they went to rain. Then they went back to snow. And we ended up getting, I would say, probably about 3 inches, maybe 4. And the funny part was that we had scheduled I scheduled for my little one, this local, right, like literally down the street, this tree farm. They did this little hayride, Christmas hayride. Man, it could not have been more perfect. It had snowed, and then it was still snowing while we were on the hayride. It was just like, seriously, it was like it was planned, and the hayride was so nice. The way they put it together, it was their first time doing it. And it was just absolutely spectacular. Like they really, really did a nice job. These guys are the ones that do, anybody who lives in Connecticut has heard of this place because they do this killer, pun intended, haunted hayride, like haunted extravaganza, the walking trails and hayride. And it is incredible what they do. So this year was the first time they were doing a Christmas thing. And they really did such a phenomenal job. So anyway, I'm sorry. Who are you? I'd like for people to know.
Hola, mi gente, aquí con la Margarita, your gladiator guru. Welcome, Bridget, Milagros, Amanda Prieto, welcome.
Amanda.
I am coming to you. It's not a sunny Florida. It was cold last night. I think they're having a cold front. I don't know. People wear wool hats and bubble jackets for like a 3-day cold front. But you know what? It snowed in Connecticut and I missed it. I love the first snowfalls in Connecticut. I love it. But yes, who am I? Your gladiator guru, your coffee loving, moon dancing. I can't even say the rest. Hidana, so welcome. I'm happy to see everybody. Today is a great show, is it not? I love the hayrides. I don't know if Stephanie has anything planned for Mateo for that, but I'm going to look and see if they have anything around here because I forgot about that. Like, I think they need that sort of thing at their age to grow up. And then when you think back to, remember that time? And I think making memories with your children is the purpose why you had them, is to make memories. It's not to form them into mini yous. And I think when parents realize that it's not about making money, it's about making memories, not buying them a gift they're gonna ignore, but actually being with them and laughing. And so I'm happy to hear that. Like that brought a smile to my face. So any of you with little kids, go on a hayride. You live in Connecticut, it's 4 seasons. It's going to snow. Just enjoy it all. When it's hot, we wish for cold. When it's rainy, we wish for sunshine. When it's too sunny, we upset because we don't have the right sunglasses or, so let's just bask in the moment. That's my tip for the day is bask in the moment you have because tomorrow's not promised.
That's true. That's very true.
If it's
And
cold, put a sweater, wear a scarf, put a hat. If it's hot, don't overdress in layers like I do. I mean, come on. We're our own worst enemy when it comes to that.
and it goes by so quickly too. That's
It
the other
does.
thing. It goes by so quickly because look at it. Look what the date is already.
I was going to say that it's already the 13th. I always love that's one of my favorite numbers since forever. But it does go by quickly. Before you know it, we're in the new year. Where's that life plan that we were supposed to touch base with again? Has anybody started that life plan that we talked about? That's imperative. But we're gonna do the mantra. I think the badass Buddha is also trying to repost and share.
I am.
Um,
I'm distracted. I'm trying to do that. So hold on a second, everybody. Well, I was going to say is it's already December 13th, and when you have little ones, whether they're your children or grandchildren, this time of the year, it just comes by so quickly because we just get so, again, distracted by prepping for the holidays, shopping. And I'm glad that I have friends that also help me stay accountable as to being a mom, because I was able to, we were sitting at gymnastics and they're like, oh, listen, there's the haunted hayride and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I mean, not the haunted hayride, there's Christmas hayride and it's going to be great. I was like, oh my God, that's a great idea, and we literally bought the tickets as we're all sitting there. So, yeah, it is, those things are magical. Those things are absolutely magical. So it really is great to not like mess up because a lot of these things sell out. Like we did one year, we did the Essex Christmas steam train. You have to buy those tickets like in October when they first go on sale. They sell out so quickly. So you got to be like proactive and plan ahead for these things. But then there's the other ones that are more lighthearted, even just driving around the neighborhoods looking at Christmas lights is
no,
really fun.
anything. Go into a store, pop up like slut magic if it's gonna put a smile on your kid's face. Like, let's stop, all this. Well, I don't know if this and this, and just do it. Just you know what? A smile is worth 1,000 words. And when your kid smiles and you know that it's coming from somewhere deep and their eyes open up, that's priceless. Even if you smile like that, because I still get excited over certain things that kids do, it's worth it. It's worth everything at that moment. So let's try and do that. I've shared. Okay, we're going to do the mantra, then we're going to bring
Yes.
on Necessities 101 as one of our braggadocious small business holiday season.
Braggadocious.
And I've already have 3 things in my basket, Bridget, because those feather earrings just like drew me in. And then I thought I'd treat myself to that satin pillow with the satin eye thing. Because why not? The older you get, the more protective you gotta be of your eyes. So satin sheets for the lids. It is. So let's do the mantra.
All right. Well, let's set our intention for today. So here on Viva, our intention is to always be intentional and
Grateful.
let it go. Set your intention for whatever that may be today. You could set it now. You could set it later. You could change it throughout the day. As long as you are intentional, you go with your day with intention. And the most important piece always is Gladiator Guru.
It's gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful that you can even pose a thought that whether
Yes,
it's good
that's
or
good.
bad. Be grateful that you have that ability to click a light on and say, you know what, not today, and do something different or do something better or stay where you are or sit in your pajamas all day if your body needs the rest. Be grateful that you have the capabilities to make decisions that are best suited for you. That's
Mm,
sitting in gratitude all on its own.
perfect. All right. And our mantra, say it loud, say it proud. Here we go. I am a disruptor.
I am a disruptor.
I am unapologetically courageous.
I am unapologetically courageous.
I am spiritually grounded.
I am spiritually grounded.
I am magically orgasmic.
Ole.
And I am beyond authentic.
And I keep it real.
There we go. Fabulous, fabulous. All right. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. We love when you all share. We appreciate it. We know this is a hard time of the year for people to jump on sometimes, but you could have us on in the background. You know, that's what we want people to get into the habit is like if you're at work, just keep us on in the background. Put one earbud in, you know, and just let us be there. Let us be part of your commute. Let us be part of your background at your salon or whatever, you know. Let us be present in your office and you know, just give everybody warning that it's not always the best language, but you know, hey, we sometimes get through a whole show without swearing, so we're not always doing that anyway. But we appreciate it. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Get your friends to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love that and appreciate that. And with that, where's Bridget? Is she coming? She's running behind here.
Yes. Okay, she's saying she's not seeing it. Hold on, Bridget. Um, it's so funny, Bridget, because I was telling Lori that it was like by the time I got home from work last night and showered and everything, it was like almost 2 in the morning. I'm like, Bridget. That's when I sent it, and I'm doing it now. Bridget Williams. You should have it now, Bridget. There it goes. And remember, mi gente, all the way to, I guess, to the end of the month, because the majority of the people who watch Viva celebrate Three Kings Day. And for those, and we get away with that shit because for those who couldn't afford anything for the 25th of December, we got like time to hurry up and buy that person a gift for the 6th of January. So it works in our favor. So, you know, Bridget's going to send links. Go look at her stuff. She's fair price. It's beautiful. She's located in Norwalk, Connecticut. I mean,
And she's local.
sometimes we go we think it's okay to go to like TJ Maxx because sometimes they have like sterling silver stuff or like really cheap, but there's nothing more empowering for both you and the seller is that someone who decided to take a leap of faith and do her own thing has something you really like, and then whatever you're buying it where it's you know, fortifying that business and back and forth, and you get to wear something beautiful, and people are like, oh, where you get that from? And you tell them where, and it's just it becomes such a colorful village within our own stuff that we're expanding out. So let's all be a part of that. Just like everybody who shares Viva, we're so grateful for that. Let's share good news about one another. Oh, I don't know Bridget, but I went on her website and I saw this and I saw that. Instead of, you know, Gucci and Coach and everyone else who don't give a shit about you, Bridget will send you your package with a little note inside or something, I believe, when I've ordered some stuff. And that's where it matters. It's those little personalized moments taken to put it into things. I usually write on the envelope. I'm like, let's support one another.
How about we have her come on?
How about that?
Okay, here we go. Yay, Bridget.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning.
Is
Good
your stuff,
morning.
is your stuff one of a kind? Like when you make a piece of jewelry, do you repeat the jewelry, or do you make one and then you make the next one a little different?
Actually, the only things that I make are the energy bracelets. The jewelry, I am a buyer. I go out and I look
Oh, I
for
see.
unique pieces, and then I bring, to my, hoping that you guys will like it, to the customers.
But do you sell when you get the jewelry, do you sell one, like do you buy one necklace from that, or do you buy multiple?
What I do, I might buy one or two to
Okay.
see if it sells, and then I go from there.
Yeah.
But I like working one-on-one with people. It's time consuming, but that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I like to be a consultant, but I like to bring forth what I would wear. So whatever I buy, if it doesn't sell, I am going to wear it. I'm not going to purchase nothing that I wouldn't.
Oh, I love that.
So starting off are what I have for this season are the soft fur-like scarves. Very elegant. You can wear it with anything though. It'll just spice up anything. And we're going to our Christmas parties and we're hanging out with the ladies and the guys. And you can just do however you want to do. So we have these scarves. Guess how much? Guess. Just take a guess. $16.99.
No way.
$16.99. And then on top of that, with this beautiful scarf, I have the white pocketbook. Who says you can't wear white in the winter?
Oh, I wear white whenever I feel like it. I love that.
Oh, I do too. I agree with you.
All right. So the purse is $19.99 and the scarf is $16.99.
Oh, I like that.
I also have it in navy blue. Okay,
You get
with the
hers?
little it comes in different sizes. You have to go on the website, but this also $19.99 with a matching scarf. You can do the little button here. Can you guys see me okay?
Love
Is
it.
that pearls?
Yes. Can you see how beautiful the navy is? Look how beautiful that is. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
I love it.
So soft. It adds a layer of warmth, and you can wear it with denim. You can wear it whatever you want to do. Just, spruce up the place a little bit.
I love it. Me
So
and pearls.
I loved your intro in regard to, you can go to a major major marketer like Gucci and Chanel and all this. But here am I, Necessities 101 in my own little corner of the world, waiting for you to come visit me on my website and on my Instagram and Facebook, because I have beautiful items.
Oh,
This
I
is
like
a
that.
burgundy, soft. It has nice room for your makeup, your cell phone. It comes with a chain so you can wear it across your body. I mean, all these beautiful colors. Now,
I
this
love
is
that red.
actually,
Yeah.
this is a burgundy. Can you see it okay? My color. And this is a darker burgundy, which is really, I want to say it's rabbit fur. It really is. Sorry for the rabbit and those who have,
Oh, I
animal
love
cruelty.
eating rabbit.
But it's so soft and beautiful as well.
It is beautiful. I
This
love the
is
way
the
it
real
comforts the
deal.
neck.
This is the real deal too. It's the real deal.
Yes. Do you happen to have, before we go, the feather earrings in your surrounding areas?
I'm gonna have to post these. This is similar to a feathered earring. It has the gold hardware as well. But I'm gonna have to send you the feathered earrings.
Yeah, because the ones
Or I'll
that you
post
have
them.
posted is like a lot of feathers. Like I like, because you know that I'm extrambolica. So I like it. Like my
I
pearls
don't
on my
have any
forehead
handy.
today.
I was just gonna say pearls and feathers. If she could just wear them and be like enveloped
That's
in
it.
pearls and feathers, I think you'd be the happiest person ever.
Yes.
Pearls on my nipples, feathers on my POP, and guess what? And I
Go
just
ahead. See, she done got into my imagination too quick this morning.
I only said
I
POP
just-
because when I was talking about it, Bridget was present one day. It was at the gala, and she's like, "PO power to the POP," and so whenever she's around, I'll say POP because
I think I'm the only one who knew what that was too. I said, "Oh no,
Yes,
she's not gonna
yes.
go there."
Well, everyone, Gwen, Iritza Zan, they're all local in Connecticut, so it's Prieto, Amanda Prieto.
Me too.
Go to Necessities 101.
I have the website necessities101-llc.com.
Yep.
And I'm on Instagram. You can inbox me, friend me. Let's become friends. Let's work one-on-one. Let me know whatever color you're looking for. I can send you an array of ideas from just one color. Like if you're saying you have a royal blue evening gown, I can send you things that would spruce up that
nice.
evening gown.
And
Yes.
we have the clickable link in the comments. So we have her website clickable link and we have her IG clickable link. So just click on there and consider this too as well. If we're talking about inviting your power back, what Bridget sells is very powerful. And you know what? You don't have to wait for somebody to buy you this. You could take your stocking, order your stuff from Bridget, fill your stocking that night. And then in the morning, when everybody's opening your present, you're going to go, oh my gosh, Santa came and put stuff in my stocking. And then you pull all of this out and go, oh my God, look at this. And then you just display it. And then you show off to everybody what you purchased for yourself. So you don't have to wait. But if you do want to use them as gifts, they're so reasonably priced. These are such beautiful, wonderful gifts at a great value, great price. And she's local. She's a local business owner that we want to support. And
Thank you so much.
And how could you resist her smile?
I know that beautiful smile. And for those, I haven't worn jewelry in a minute, but the big red necklace that has 3 layers is from Bridget. That beautiful, it's like a rose gold pearls. That's really a whole bunch of pearls. It's almost a toca perejil. It's also from Bridget. So I have another piece, the other pearl.
And the big wooden chunky thing too.
Yes,
the big wooden,
yes.
all of that. Yeah.
Remember that I said my Nubian queen wooden African color necklace is also from Bridget. So I mean, I have good pieces. And then I went to her website yesterday, and I was like, oh, Maron, I gotta order from her. So
I'm trying to expand it as well. Not only am I doing the jewelry, I'm getting into stockings and leggings. I have satin pillowcases.
That's the one
I'm broad. I'm just gonna expand on my name, Necessities 101. Everything like it's gonna become a necessity, like a satin pillowcase for your skin and your hair. So
you'll love it.
Yes, that's the one I was telling Badass Buddha I'm gonna order for my eyes. I need to be gentle with my eyes because they're way too swollen. Well, Bridget, listen. Next time I want you to display the big earrings, but again, anybody need a gift for someone, even somebody at the office, if you're local. I mean, you know how they say shop under certain amount of like I just at my job, I like anything $25 a max, and I'm thinking that's $25 too much for people. I don't know, but here we go. But if you know them, go to Bridget's site, Necessity101-LLC. Ah, look at that.
It's a choker. These are choker necklaces. So I know my 5 minutes is up, but I just want to let you ladies see these beautiful choker pieces.
I love that.
I know. Show me the
very festive. Again. Very festive, you know? And this one comes in gold and silver. So I know my 5 minutes is up. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Oh, no. This is awesome, Bridget. Awesome.
So much. And everybody have the links. Click on
I'll be calling you later, Bridget.
All right.
Click on the comments and don't wait so long. You know, if you're local, that's one thing. But if you are in a different state and you need it to be sent to you by a specific time, please do not hesitate. Make sure that you jump in.
This is the week. Get it in.
That's it.
Great. Thank you. Bye, Bridget.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too, beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, I gotta order that last set. The choker with the pearls. Hola, Maria de Pilar. I know, and I was just saying, Iris, how we need that. I was saying in the beginning how I saw this satin pillow thing that I wanted to get. So yeah, so go and we, the Badass Buddha, and I are very grateful for those that attend every Tuesday and Thursday, and for those that invite people to attend every Tuesday and Thursday. I mean, our gratitude, our appreciation runneth over, and that's why we do these shout outs for small businesses, with great minds, because we all have to start somewhere. So let's reach out, go to her site, see what you like. It might not be for you, as the Badass Buddha said, but there might be something that's going to remind you of somebody. And you know what? That little gifts like that is what makes the world go round. So ponte en la pila and let's buy meaningful gifts. And with that said, are you on mute? No?
No, I am still on mute. I
Oh.
muted myself because a phone call came in that said healthcare, and every time a healthcare phone call comes in, I have to jump on it thinking it's a nurse or a health aide, but it wasn't either. But it was about a doctor's appointment. So anyway, yeah, put some thought into it. Like don't just buy willy nilly. Like really think about the person and say, boy, this would be really nice for them to have. But again, you don't have to also. You could always buy for yourself and tell somebody, hey, listen, if you were going to buy me something, like if they say, oh, I want to buy you something. Hey, listen, I know where to go. I know what I want. And what did you want to spend on me? $20? Okay, then I know what I'm going to order. And just do that. Right?
Be a walking advertisement for somebody. I mean, we all have something to offer, and sometimes we can work our hardest, but it takes one person to say, oh, I met this girl named Margarita the other day. Watch how you say her name and blah, blah, blah. And then, so that's how sometimes it's, through word of mouth that we really become what we intended out. But first, we got to put ourselves out there, even if it's to a crowd of one, and that person really feels what you're saying or doing. And then they go on and share it. Then the next person. Never think it's anything too small to not become big in its own merit. Dale?
Yep. All right. So I've got to scoot outside for bus duty. So Gladiator Guru, take it over. Start talking about inviting your power back. And let's get busy with this really fabulous, powerful conversation.
Got it. Everybody has their own power. We are born in, we're all unique, just like our fingerprints. There's no two people are so alike type of deal. You are who you are. You might meet people where you share similarities in style and food and mannerisms. But at the end of the day, we are all different. We are all unique. And that's how we were created. And life tends to beat us up and take us on detours and up and downs, and we're exhausted. And so it becomes easy to just follow. It becomes easy to mesh with somebody, a partner, have kids, and all of a sudden you have no idea who you are or where you're going, only that now this is the life you chose, so this is what you have to stick with. So then we become somebody we were never meant to be. And that's where the sadness seeks in. And that's where the jealousy of others who are walking in their truth seeks in. The envy that why could they do it when I was taught this and now they're doing it's all layers and layers of bullshit. So when we become a spouse, when we become a parent, when we become slaves to a 9 to 5, because we have been incorporated to believe that without that paycheck we're never going to survive, and if it's not that paycheck from that company, where are you going to go? So then we become more mellow, more submissive, and now we're just following the masses blindly. So, and that happens to all of us at some point. And some of us say, as soon as this kid is off, graduated from high school, I don't care if they go to college or not, I'm done. I'm going to start living my life. Some of them just plan trips around the school vacation years and they start living their life accompanied by their lives, right? The extensions of their lives. So there's nothing you cannot do. What you should not do is abandon the very essence of who you are. And that's why today this subject is called inviting your power back. It's not taking it back because nobody took it from you. You let it go. And when we come to the realization that the power we once had of making decisions for self, choosing what is right for self at that moment in time, or leaving that job because it is oppressive and toxic, but everybody tells me I shouldn't because it's hard to get a job or my bills or whatever the cost of your life may be at that moment. We chose to give it away. We chose to abandon it because something else took precedence over it. So we're not taking anything back. We, at this point in our lives, are inviting it back. We are inviting it back with the certainty of knowing who we are. We are inviting it back with the longing for it. The I miss you. I don't know how I made it this long without you. It's about you talking to self, being honest, saying, forgiving yourself for allowing people, places, and things to absorb your power, forgiving yourself for allowing that to take place in the first place, right? But it's not about berating or being left made to feel less than, because you can invite it back. It's your power. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to say, I've reached the position in my life where I am deserving, I am stronger, and I need to bring that back so that the indecisiveness that you go through day in and day out, should I do this? Should I not? What about this? And that overthinking on something, it's like chewing the flavor out of the gum, right? Sticking it in your ear, and when something similar happens again, pulling it out your ear and chewing it again. Throw the gum away. The flavor's gone. Stop rehashing. Stop playing around the same thought that you imagined. And then you put it aside, and then you bring it back, and now the picture has blown up, and then it's a belief system now that you're creating. So inviting your power back allows you to be the individual you were born to be. It allows you to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I know I have $70,000 in student loans, but you know what? I'm going to figure it out. But I can't pay back this loan in a timely fashion if I'm miserable at this job. If every morning I wake up and I feel sick because I can't go in, but I know I have to. The only thing you have to do is take care of the person you are, is to feed that spirit, kindness, gratitude towards yourself, to cultivate that self-trust that you can make the right choices for you. And if you have a family, in making that right choice for you, you're making a perfect choice for your family. That's inviting your power back. It is cultivating that self-trust that leads to that self-belief that ultimately leads to that self-love. Inviting your power back makes you say, let me see. They asked, can you work on your day off? Or can you cover me on third shift? You know what? I'm so sorry, but no. Oh, why you doing something? You're already working? No, that's my me time. That's my me time. When you can honestly say, I don't want to go. Oh, but you said you were coming. Yes. And the brilliant part of my life is that I can change my mind. That is inviting your power back. You don't have to go if you feel like you're dragging your ass. You're not going to enjoy yourself. You're not going to be good company. It's going to be a waste of time. And let me tell you something about time. It waits for no one. So although you may think, oh, I can do this tomorrow because you're somebody asked you to do something with them today, so now you're going the opposite direction and your stuff you're putting on hold, but then you get mad when no one's around to help you out with your stuff. Well, where were you when you had to do your stuff? That's inviting your power back. Stop blaming people, places, and things for choices you could have made right then and right there, but because you couldn't say no to this and you didn't know how to get out of that. You have one life, which means you have one responsibility, which means you must take care of yourself. That's it. If you love the people around you, then you must love yourself twice that. Because without you, you're not going to be able to be there for what they need. We say this all the time, and I say this to people, and then some misinterpret it. They think I'm telling them that just do you. Don't be focused on everybody's problem and your family, and then just go out. But then people tend to go the opposite. So they're not tending or investing time in choices family members made, but they're not saying no to every invite they get from so-called friends who are leading them this way. And then they want to attend everything, and then they're sick, and then they're exhausted. And, I had a conversation with one of my friends in Washington yesterday, and she was telling me this, and I said, but what do you feel about that? She's like, that exactly that. That I'm saying no, first of all, to the wrong people, which I feel like, I just don't want to do it. But it is affecting me emotionally because I know I said no to them. And in that moment of saying no, I felt good. But then when I couldn't say no to my friends and I really didn't want to go because I didn't feel good, but I didn't, then it hit me. I've been doing this to myself for a while. And the only one twisted up like a salty pretzel is myself. And but it takes a lot to come to that conclusion of things when you feel that you're doing the right thing. But you know what? There's drama and chaos that you cannot escape from. And sometimes you're placed there because you are the sabio. You are the wisdom-filled one that's supposed to bring peace to that issue. Although you feel torn. And I had this great conversation about chaos yesterday or the day before yesterday with the badass Buddha. The magic of chaos is either it's yours or it's not. You can still choose to get up and walk away. And when everything's calm, then you come back. That is taking your power back. That is inviting your power back, saying, you know what? I don't need to sit here amidst this chaos that has nothing to do with me, or amidst the chaos that other people deem more important than what is actually happening. I'm removing myself. And you go. You go into your bedroom, you go out to the back porch, you get in your car, and you fucking go for a drive. That is inviting your power back. Saying, not today, boo-boo, and getting up and removing yourself from that immediate space. That is the magic of chaos. Chaos also catapults us into making a decision for ourselves. It allows us to see a movie right there in live and know and learn how not to make this same mistake going forward for ourselves, because we either are watching our siblings or close friends or family behaving in a manner that maybe we needed to get checked on. So inviting your power back would say, I'm going to do what's best for me. If you have a partner, discussing it in detail. If it's something you truly need to do, but they're like, because I've met it. And they're like, well, I'm not sure. Just say, no, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm going to do. I am including you and allowing you to know exactly what it is that I'm doing so that there's no miscommunication. But I don't know. I feel this and I feel that. Well, thank you for being concerned about me. But this is something I'm sharing with you that I'm going to do. You can go into details why, or you can just say, I'm sharing with you that on this day, at this time, I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be doing something for me. That's inviting your power back. Chanel says, I recently have done this with a so-called friend. I had to remove myself from his toxic behaviors, and it has been about 3 weeks, and damn, it feels good. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's inviting your power back. That's saying, you know what, I don't care who likes me. And for those who remember from the beginning of the show or from Moments con Margarita, it is not my business who likes me, who doesn't like me. It is not my business what people say about me. The only thing I always say is don't let me catch you. Because if I walk up and there's some stuff going on, then of course those who know me know I'm going to approach it head on like a ram, right? Un toro. But it is not my business because that is your feelings. That is your reflection of whatever you're missing in your life. You're jealous or angry or envious because I walk in my truth and because I am who I am. Because I know it damn well showing what I own because I own anything that yells Margarita, not anybody else's name. So that's something I can't help. Your shortcomings, your mistrust of yourself, your lack of power and strength and courage has nothing to do with me. So whatever negativity you are feeling towards me, it's look in the mirror and learn who you are. So that's why I don't feel anything towards it. And you know what, Chanel? We must remove ourselves. We must study, we must observe, and then we must feel. And that happens to a lot of us. And a lot of us will let it play out or we cut ties. But the thing is, to invite your power back, you got to be fully present in your now. Be fully present in who you are and what it is you're doing. And if you're not where you want to be, mamita, that's okay. As long as you know that the path you're going to take is going to be bumpy, most of it's not going to be paved. The other half is going to probably be, you have to walk through some water, cross over. It don't matter. As long as you know where you want to go, do it. Invite your power back and says, or like me, I don't know what plan B is, but as soon as plan A takes effect, then I'm going to trust God's process for me to let me see what plan B is. So a lot of people won't do plan A unless they have plan B covered. That's too much planning for me because I may say, well, I want to do this, but then when A finally completes itself, then I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to do that now. And I got to rethink and get angry with myself for wasting time. Don't waste time. Trust yourself enough to know that if I'm going to say, you know what? I want to go away. I want to go to Spain for X amount of time. And maybe when I'm in Spain, I'll think what the hell I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And it's never too late to be who you are. I'm 54 and now I'm ready. I want to get rid of everything I own. I don't want to own anything. I invited my power back. And what are people, places, and things? I need to attach myself to God so that I can fully be present in the spirit that He created within me, so that when I say back up, bye, hello, welcome, it's all because I'm feeling it in my gut, it is in my spirit, and it feels good for me to know that I'm doing good, but I'm not taking no shit. That's inviting your power back. And as soon as the badass Buddha comes in, I want her to explain what her invite to her power back. Because sometimes we're going to be placed in situations like my caregiving. When I got married to Eric, it was to travel. He had grown kids, I had grown kids. It was his third marriage. It was my second. It was about working, doing whatever we had to do with home and traveling. He barely traveled out of Florida and he was okay with it. You know me. No, that wasn't happening. So little did I know is 2 weeks before our first wedding anniversary, he was going to get sick. You thought my life plan was to be a caregiver? No, not at all. So some things happen where you're not giving up your power, but you're softening some sharp edges that you had in life. And that's God saying, sit down for a minute because you're too chiseled right now. And I did it, and I never thought I would be able to do that. But Eric transitioned, and I gained a lot of perspective on life and life in itself, how precious it is, how time limited it is. Every time limited edition sneakers or this and time limited offers, and we're always jumping on it. But when do we sit down and realize that we're on a time limit? That me, Margarita Marie Rodriguez, is a limited edition. We find plaques and souvenirs and that meant something. We put them on a shelf and we dust them and everything. Dust your own ass from here and there, because you're a limited edition. You are that sneaker that people get in line at 5 a.m. and the lines around the block because they just need to have that pair of Air Force Ones limited edition. So that's how important you are. And that when you realize that you're that important, you realize, oh my God, where did my power go? Where did I leave it? Did I drop it off somewhere? No, you left pieces of it. In every scenario and situation, you had no business chilling at or overstaying your visit. So then you come full circle and you look around and you're like, ay, Maria, ¿qué hice? What have I done? And all you have to do is sit with yourself and invite your power back. It's that simple. Don't make it difficult. Danessa, I sent you, I think it was from the Viva one. I sent you a message for your candle business. So get back to us to give you a 5-minute highlight on Viva. Okay, your turn.
I like that. Would you say I came in on dust your ass off? I like that. That's a good one.
We do. We're always dusting material stuff on shelves and oh, look at, I got this and I got that. How about instead of saying, oh, I did this and I got that and I'm this, you show up as yourself like I do. Boop, popping up like stuff magic, being like, hey, I am this. And those who know me know I've done that everywhere. I am this. We gotta bring that back. Like the Cabbage Patch dance and all that. We got to bring that back to say, yo soy, I am.
Nice. The thing is, you have to first identify the fact that you have power. We all do. That's the rub. A lot of people don't realize that, we're born with power. We come out of the womb whole. Like we are just there to receive information and learn. And then somewhere along the line, we decide that we are less than, we are not enough, we are not worthy. Somewhere as we're growing as children, either we believe that or somebody told us that or somebody led us to believe that. And that's where that power starts to dim, and it starts to dim. And then maybe we get a little older, we get some of it back, and then we dim it again, and then we get it back. And enough of this back and forth bullshit already. Think about what makes you so powerful. Think about how amazing you are. And even if you don't feel like you are, find something that that you're damn good at, something that you have to admit to yourself that, I am good at that. That is something that I feel powerful when I do that, and it could be something specific that you do, or it could be something you do for somebody else. But it's a matter of identifying it and then saying, you know what, screw you for making me believe that I'm less than. It is annoying when somebody says, oh, nobody can make you believe anything. Nobody can make you feel anything. But there are some serious haters out there. There's some very toxic people out there that make it very easy for you to believe that. So yes, we have to take accountability for our piece, saying that I bought into it. I believed what they had to say, or I believed the way they acted and made me feel a certain way. Now it's time to take your power back and say, you know what? No more. Or as Gladiator Guru says, no mas. I'm not believing that bullshit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you take your power back. You invite it. That's the beauty, is where everybody's talking about take it back, take it back. You're inviting it. Say, hey, listen, I'm ready for you. Come on in. I'm opening that door. I'm not just going to grab it back. I'm going to say, I'm opening that door. Come on in, and let it flow right in, as powerful as it is.
Yes. And you're inviting something that's already yours back. You're acknowledging it. And, my take on it, and I love when the Badass Buddha and I have different takes on it, because everybody can really fit in it. But when I say when you allow people, places, and things to aggravate you, you are giving your power away.
Yeah,
I
you are.
feel that.
Sure.
Walk with your head up, no matter how hurt you are. Walk with your head up and say, you know what? I can't believe they did that, or I can't believe they said that. Feel it. Feel that shit. But just know that. Ask yourself afterwards, why did I get so upset over someone else's opinion? Because then that's how you start relearning who you are and growing that courage that maybe you let stump. Because when I'm at this place called work, you hear people talking about, I'm working a double shift today, 12 hours, 16 hours tomorrow, and then I have this day off and I'm like, why do you work so much? Oh, because I love money. And I hear that a lot lately. So you're breaking down. I said, shit, I love me time. I'm going to take my days off. I'm not going to work overtime. Money in my pocket is not going to compensate for everything that you do. So that's your choice. Bills are going to come monthly. It's like no matter what you do, they're going to come. You are present every moment that you are awake. You are comforting yourself when you say, oh, she's leaving. I'm the host this morning for my company's town hall and the year session. So I got to get my mind right, my body correct. LOL. Oh, love you, Chanel.
Bye, Chanel.
And did you see what Gwen wrote? But you're right. We are going to fall because we're humans. We're going to fall for the other people making us feel bad. Fall once, fall twice. And the third time, say, fuck you. You're not going to trip me anymore. I'm going to get up and I don't need you anymore. So let's just learn. That's inviting your power back. That you can tell somebody to fuck off because they're not good for your spirit. They're not good for your energy. They're sucking the life out of you, and you want to be goody two shoes and say, well, well, they do this and they do that. No, fuck them. Because anyone who sucks you dry of your energy is not anyone you need to have around you.
That's right.
If you don't have a choice, like it's a sibling or a spouse, just spend less time away from them until you can cut ties. Because there's going to be a day where you don't have to see them anymore.
Spend less time with them.
And then you can say, okay, I just got to tolerate this for a minute. But Gwen wrote something beautiful.
Yeah. Yep.
So when I used to work in the hospital and I witnessed people's auras leave their bodies with their passing, I saw someone who had a beautiful, huge white aura leave their body. I thought to myself, I want to be that bright light in life and in death. And that's beautiful. And you know what, Gwen? I believe you're already there, baby girl. You have a beautiful aura yourself. Iris said, me too, for what? But the invite of yourself is so important. Like the badass Buddha's going through something right now. And she might think that she has no control and that everything is really bothering her and everybody's bothering. But when I talk to her, she sounds like this is happening and I expected this, maybe not so much like this, but then you know what? My main focus is, so she is so much more under control than she gives herself credit for. And that's where we got to stop. That's where we invite our power back, because sometimes we go back to our tendencies from years back before we did all the work to be who we are today. And we tend to like skip it and revert back because it's comfortable, because it's familiar. But even in that, get yourself somebody who can serve as a sounding board, because then they're going to be the ones to say, no, you sound like you got it together. You're just upset at what you're supposed to be upset at. Because people will try you. Situations will upset you. And that's totally okay if it's the same aggravation you felt 10 years ago before you started to work on yourself. Because people will aggravate you. Situations will upset you. Fuck it. Take it. It's true. You're not going to be like everything. Even God gets mad at us sometimes. So don't think that you're supposed to be namaste all the time. Bitch, do 50%. And that means you're 50% where you're supposed to be. So stop thinking that you have to be up here all the time, because you're going to fall hard. Know that it's an ebb and flow with your emotions. It's an ebb and flow with who you are. Some days you're going to be phenomenal. And some days you're going to be a hermit and saying, Don't knock on my door. That's okay. As long as you're okay with it, you're not blatantly rude or disrespectful, but you're honoring who you are. That's how you invite your power back. If the badass Buddha, if I go to Connecticut and I'm like, hey, I'm in town, I'm going to stop by, and she's really not feeling good, I don't want her to say, okay, well, I'm good at this time. No, say, listen, I don't feel good. How long are you going to be here? Okay, can we meet before you leave? That is somebody that you're like, damn, I like that. And if you are not anybody who has done the work on themselves, oh, I can't believe she didn't want to take me in. And then those people, you got to keep saying, no, I'm busy. I can't. I'm sleeping. You know what I mean? Invite your power back to the point where you're not doing harm to yourself nor to others. And that's what makes you a
That's a good
brilliantly
point.
courageous woman person.
That's a
Go
good
ahead.
point because inviting your power includes honoring other people's power as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's nice. Yeah, we really have to stop giving our power away. We really have to stop underestimating our power. You
Mm-hmm.
know, power is knowing when to say yes, knowing when to say no, knowing when to say maybe, and they're all complete sentences. Your power is knowing when you don't have to explain yourself. Your power is explaining yourself if you want to. It's up to you. Um, your power is being very clear on who you are and what it is that you want, and knowing that it doesn't matter if there's not somebody there to help you. There will always be a way. You know, like if we have an expectation that we're going to do something and this individual is supposed to help us and they choose not to, then you move forward. You walk around them. You either do it yourself or find somebody else that's willing to help you. Maybe it's something that you can't do by yourself and you do need help. But that's your power. Your power, giving your power away is when you sit in the corner and complain how that person didn't help you and it's their fault. And I didn't do this or have this because of that person or that situation. That's giving away your power. Fighting your power back is to say, you know what, I'm accountable for my choices, good or bad. I am in charge of myself. I can say yes, no, or maybe, and it's all up to me. I don't have to be liked by everybody. Other people's opinion of me is none of my business. It's
Mm-hmm.
all those things that are specific to a personal development but also at the same time is to do no harm. Like you don't want to harm yourself and you don't want to purposely harm somebody else. Now, don't take if they're giving their power away, don't take it from them. Be aware that they're giving their power away and be mindful of that. But don't take them down with you if you're in some sort of way, because that is you're stealing their power, they're allowing you, and that's doing harm to a person.
That
You
is
just
doing her.
you have to you might not agree with how other people are and what their power is. You might not agree with it, but you don't have to. If it doesn't align with yours, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
and move on. Go away.
I
Some
like
people,
that.
some people's power can be very harmful. There are a lot of very toxic people out there, and their power is manipulation. Their power is using people. Their power is making people feel like crap, shaming them. That's the way, because they don't have their own true power. They have to do that to be able to take away other people's power. That's what gives them power.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be that person. I mean, I can look back in my life and I've been that person before, and I don't want to be that person. And I still to this day struggle where I have to check myself and say, am I being that person? And I have to stop if I feel, and there's certain people that trigger me, and I can't keep using that as an excuse. I'm still the one that's doing it. I'm still the one that is the behavior. So it's a constant thing. So every time you think you've gotten to a certain level, you're always tested. And I'm very clear on what my power is and what I want it to be. Just like Gwen's thing, that white light, that's really beautiful.
It
That's how
really is.
I want my white light. I want to be that white light in life and death. I don't want
And
to
and let me
cause.
tell you, inviting your power back, you can. We are the white light, but sometimes we dim it. to make
Yeah.
other people feel comfortable in our presence.
Yes. Yes.
So inviting your power back means you're going to shine as bright as the light from the lighthouse. You're going to be that beacon of light. And whoever has to put sunglasses on and is complaining, oh, that glares too much, step out the way. Luda, bitch, move, get out the way. Because you know what? Sometimes your light is too bright for the demons coming at you. So use discernment. Inviting your power back. Power, Power. It's a 5-letter word. Inviting your power back, okay, is inviting your peace back.
Oh, yeah.
Peace. It's a 5-letter word. And the reason that we created Invite Your Power Back is because, everybody loves to blame everybody for how they're feeling. I loathe when people like, it's because it's so-and-so that I'm not happy. No, it's because
Yeah.
you allowed so-and-so to be more in your space than you are. So-and-so didn't hijack your shit. You gave it away and now you're complaining because it makes you comfortable to complain, because then you still stay the victim.
Yes.
So
Yep.
when you're inviting your power back, you're inviting your peace back in the knowledge that you are capable of making the decisions that suit you.
I'm
So
glad you
don't
said
blame people, places, and things. People can aggravate you. When people trigger you, ask, why is this asshole triggering me? What am I holding on to that's allowing him to trigger me? And then you think, what's unsolved within me that I'm allowing him to trigger you? You know what? Let him trigger you. You hold the gun. Invite your power back, and you will be annoyed. Like I said, you will be bothered. You'll be annoyed. It'll take one, maybe the last word that some jerk is going to say. He could have said like a whole slew of shit. And then that he wants to end with boom. And that boom is going to be like, listen here, motherfucker. And that's okay. Let it out, because when you acknowledge what you're feeling, you accept that it is a feeling you're having with this person in your way. Allow yourself to feel it. Say what you got to say, release it, and then move on. Because the more you hold on to unspoken negativity, the more it festers in you and the less power you maintain, which in turn leads to less peace within your spirit. So the choice is always yours. They can bother you. Milagros, I'm gonna share a story. Thanks for saying that. I felt so bad. Milagros took it like, we're getting ready for the gala. And I said, oh, okay, I'm here now. You can go change. She's like, change? This is my dress. Right? I'm sorry, I thought it was, those fancy nautical robes that they sell in Macy's, that it has like the white and the thin blue stripe. It's the Nautica pattern. And it had pockets in it, and it was swing, but I saw her like from the side, so it just looked like it backed down. And we're going somewhere. She's like, yeah, since I'm in my pajamas. And it was not a negative thing. She said it. I laughed. I apologized. Like it was a quick glance. But when she could say that, like, I am dressed. This is my dress. And I said, oh, I thought it was a robe. She's like, no, it's my dress. You see how she never gave her power up? And we made it into a joke. But you see how she didn't get offended. She was insensitive. She probably say in her head, bitch, this is my outfit. What's the problem? The beauty of it is that we are also different in our tastes, in our styles. And I love Milagros' simplicity. I tell her that all the time. I love that she is who she is. And it was so funny. And she reminded me throughout the day, but it was just like to get a cackle out of it. So, she never gave up her stance. She never gave up like, ugh, I can't believe you offended me. She didn't carry it throughout the day because she didn't give a shit if I thought it was a robe or not. That was the dress she chose for the gala. She loved it. It had nice pockets in it. It looped out, and she wasn't worrying about how I saw it. And Milagros, I'm using you because it perfectamente how she handled it, which allowed me to be like a relief, because I was gonna like, oh my God, Margie, I can't believe you're always saying something, since I suffer from foot in the mouth syndrome. But she was like, it's all right, it's my dress. If it looks like a robe to you, that's your problem. And I loved it, and I'm always gonna carry that story. So what did Arlene?
Arlene said, I like how she handled that.
She did. Arlene is so beautiful. Arlene and Darlene. So that's what I'm saying. It's like some people would have got offended. Can you believe Margie said I was in my bathrobe? But no, she said it directly to me. She looked at me like, are you stupid? This is my dress. And I cracked up. And so, I don't get offended easily. And if I do get offended by something you said, you're going to know right then and there, because I'm like, listen, let's go back here for a minute. Because I've given my power and my peace away in my lifetime. When I tell you that I love love, I love love. And sometimes we just do just stupid stuff. So we're not here speaking to you today because we don't know what the hell. As a matter of fact, right now, the badass Buddha is dealing with everything we spoke about. And like I told you in a conversation yesterday, she thought she had no power, that her peace was mistaken. But the sound of her voice and how she was explaining what she's doing negated all the negativity, she said. If anything, she was letting me know, and those around her, like, don't play, bitch, because I got this, and you got this, badass.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, so remember, the month of December is celebrating self. So we celebrated self by inviting your power back. And on Thursday, we're going to have one of our faves come back as a guest, Nicole Snell. She always looks bright-eyed and beautiful, even though it's 5 o'clock in the morning for her. So Nicole Snell's going to come back, and it's called Kicking Ass. That's what we're going to be talking about. And she's going to be sharing, she's had a kick-ass year. And if you remember Nicole is the solo traveler, and she teaches self-defense, but she's had an amazing year with her travels and speaking gigs. So we're going to be talking about her year, but we're going to be talking about the fact that she's stepped into this. She has unapologetically embraced herself and is celebrating her power. So we're going to have a great conversation with her as always. It's always fabulous to have her on the show. So remember, this is your month. We're not just talking about celebrating the holidays. We're talking about celebrating you. So remember that. Celebrate yourself every single day in one way or another.
Because you is strong, you is kind, you is important. That's a line from my favorite movie, The Help. You are strong, you are kind, you are important. This beauty, this fades. But what you carry in your heart and in your soul lasts a lifetime. So go out there with your peace, hold your power, learn how to say no, and be the best you can possibly be by being intentional and sharing gratitude.
Yeah.
Good morning, Maria.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you for coming on today. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And also check out Necessities 101, our local vendor for today, to get some absolutely fabulous stuff. So just go into the comments and you'll see the link to click on and find her. So thanks so much for coming on today. And from the Badass Buddha, remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
Shine bright like a diamond. Tiffany Bryan told me to. And mi gente, remember for the rest of the day today to breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.